this plank variation, we're going to start in a standard push-up position, which is going to be your wrists directly below your shoulders, in line with your elbows. Straight below your shoulders, feet go straight out, butt stays down, we're not here, and we're not sagging here. Stay nice and straight, all the way through the top of the head, all the way out the back to the heels. And we're doing plank jacks, like a jumping jack, only in a plank position, and we're only moving our feet. So plank jacks, you go out and in. That's 1, 2, 3. Try to make sure you stay in that straight line. We don't want to be coming up here and down here. We want to stay nice and straight through the motion. This is a plank variation with a donkey kick. We begin this plank in our standard plank position on our elbows. So our elbows are directly below the shoulders, hands straight out. Feet out, butt down. Nice and tall through the top of the head. Then we pick a leg, bend the knee up to about 90 degrees, and a small kicking motion, raising the heel straight to the ceiling and back down. That's 1 rep, 2, 3. You want to really feel your butt and your hamstrings tighten up the back of the leg as you raise that heel to the ceiling. What you don't want to do is what you do want to do is continue to keep your hips nice and square. So as you're in this position, when you lift that leg, don't allow the hips to dip down and don't over-rotate them up so you're sideways. Stay nice and square, lift the leg, and straight kick to the ceiling. The kick is not a large motion. It all varies on how much flexibility you have in your hips. Now we're going to go through plank variation that is a plank punch. This variation starts in the push-up position. So we have our wrists directly below our shoulders, arms locked out, lock the legs out, making sure we're not sagging at the hips or piking at the hips. Nice and straight. Feet can be hip to shoulder width apart on this one. And with the plank punch, you lift one arm, punch it straight out, trying to avoid opening up this way, and also trying to avoid sagging into it. We want to stay nice and straight at the hips and at the shoulders. So we lift, punch, and pull. And this is where we're at right here. Down. That's it. Today we're doing an elbow plank or just a standard plank. You want to start by lining your elbows directly below your shoulders, like so. I like to teach it with your hands straight out in front of you, not close together. Open those shoulders up, hands straight out in front. Reach the legs back, feet together, straighten the legs, lock the knees out. Keep the butt down, nice and level. Tuck the chin. Keep your neck nice and straight. We don't want to be full arched up this way, and we don't want to be tucked down this way. We want to be nice and tight, forming a nice straight line from the top of your head all the way through the bottom of your heels. Nice and straight. We hold this position for as long as you wish. Elbow plank or standard plank. So today we're going to go through what has been called a plank walk. We're going to get into a good plank position on our elbows. Elbows directly below the shoulders, hands straight out in front. Feet straight out, heels together. Nice and tall through the top of the head. And a plank walk, you walk yourself up onto your hands, one arm at a time, and walk yourself back down. That counts as 1 rep. Today we're going to go through a 2-point plank. You begin in a standard plank position or an elbow plank position. Elbows directly below your shoulders, butt down, feet straight out. The only variation to your start position is with this one, your feet will be hip to shoulder width apart. 2-point plank. You lift one leg and the opposite arm. The goal here is to maintain a flat position, not to be over-rotated upward this way or fall down into it this way. You want to try and stay as flat as possible. And return back to your start position. Switch legs and arms. Trying to be nice and flat. Maintaining a good posture. Not over-rotating up, not over-rotating down. Staying nice and flat. Returning to the start position. Today we're going to do plank with a leg raise. And this is just a leg raise and hold. So we start in that plank position. Elbows below the shoulders. Hands straight out. Feet out. And this time we are hip to shoulder width apart. And then pick a leg to start with and raise it up nice and high. Don't raise the butt. Keep the butt down. Maintain that straight position from the top of your head out through the bottom of the heel that's on the ground. You hold that position for as long as you wish and then switch sides. Try not to over-rotate the hips or allow the hips to drop. Keep your hips nice and square, shoulders nice and square, body nice and straight, and then bring the leg back down.